Hey gang, it is time for Beyond the Pole with our lovely Katrina Lee, except she's a little late today, stuck on those lovely Western New York roads. So in the meantime, let's hear from our good friend Oz.
You are stuck with me tonight. What's going on? How's everybody doing? Hopefully a little better than we're doing out here in Western New York. Oh my God, it is coming down. I almost took out a Cadillac and a curb right on Main Street over here, man. It is sliding. So if you don't know how to drive in the snow, it's your first time here in Rochester. A lot of you college students don't know what you're doing. Yeah, you're just getting your license here and there. We'll give you some tips later on in the episode on some safe driving, how to keep a mindset about you. First off, don't panic. Never panic. Try to stay calm. Understand? Don't smash on the brakes. You don't want brakes to lock up. You want to pump it if you're going through the ice and the snow. You slipping, pump the brakes. Your car will get more traction. Also, very importantly, get snow tires. Snow tires are so important. Don't forget those. I know your dad always tells you, get good tires. Weather like this, it is so important. Get those good tires. So remember, stay calm. Don't smash on your brakes. Pump those. Get snow tires. And besides that, and also don't overcorrect. So if you're driving, you start slipping, you start drifting, don't overcorrect, don't panic, stay relaxed. It'll be all right. Another little tip, if you're not used to driving in the snow or you're a little rusty, go hit up a parking lot. See how your car does in a parking lot. Drift around, see how it reacts, see how it does when it slips. And you'll get a better feel for your vehicle. It's a new car or, your first time in one of these winters. You'll see what goes on. It's a little easier when you know what to expect. You won't panic when the situation does come up. So did I just hear Katrina Lee come on in? Was that a door? No, I'm just hearing ghosts. Fantastic.
Now you're just hearing us.
Won't be the first thing. Some sad news, man. Stan Lee passed away.
What?
Yeah, Stan Lee. Yeah, that's why I'm in my Spider-Man onesie right now. Check it out. Spider-Man onesie.
Rock on.
Yeah, see.
We'll miss you, Stan.
We do, man. I didn't have a lot of friends in like elementary school, middle school, and even part of high school. So comic books were a huge part of who I was at the time. I used to read a lot of comic books. I used to draw a lot of the superheroes. I used to make my own. And I had like one or two friends that nobody else talked to, except, me. And that was it. We had a little like dorky group in the tables in the lunchroom. And, we were little dorks. So all we did was we drew comic book characters and read comic books. So for Stan Lee, like he was a hero, man. It added so much to my life, and it's such a huge part of who I was and who I still am today. And I was lucky enough to be able to pass that love of comic books and that type of thing to my son. He's 7 years old, and we went on our first camping trip this summer together. And before we went on our camping trip, I actually gave him a bunch of my old comics, and he thought it was the coolest thing in the world. He stayed up all night reading those, and it was fantastic. So, another crazy week here in Rochester. What else we got going on? How are you guys doing? Sorry, we got some things going on. Number 2? Fantastic. Are we hearing from Dawn tonight?
I'm not sure what the plan is because who knows? It's the weather. I would assume, but right now I know we're a little off schedule because Katrina is stuck in the lovely roads.
Oh, nice. Yeah, they're terrible out there, man. I was slipping all over the place.
It took me forever to get here from Henrietta.
So we'll just get over our legal ID right now. It's WRFC LP Rochester. It's 106.3, RochesterFreeRadio.com. It's real simple, real easy. Download the app. It's like a finger touch away. I mean, you can listen to us anywhere. And shout out to our military people that are listening. We had Veterans Day, which was fantastic.
Thank you, everybody that ever served.
Absolutely.
I can't even begin to express like really how grateful.
See, I'm a little scared.
That we should all be.
Ever since my kid could actually like pick out his own Halloween costume, he's been a service member. He's been a military person since he could actually pick anything out, and he's almost 8 now. It's all he's ever done. He looks up to him so much. They're like superheroes to him.
That's great.
So he was actually like, I got to surprise him.
Every parent out there, that's the thing, is that every parent out there is terrified for their kids that are in the military, but you know what?
There's worse things.
We can say thank you to those people too. The parents, the siblings,
for sure.
The wives, the husbands, the children. They are all doing their service in a way. I mean, it's mind blowing because I know I couldn't do it. I don't have the stomach for it. I don't have the physique. I've never had any of that. I don't have the will to do it. I mean, they don't put you in the army to make pretty pictures and things.
That is true. I was actually lucky enough. I got a good friend of mine, Frank. He was in the 82nd Airborne Division. These are some of the crazy SOBs that jump out of the airplane at stupid low altitudes with 150 pounds of equipment on their back.
That's crazy.
Behind enemy lines to just tear it all up. So Frank, a great friend of mine, I've known him for probably close to 25 years now. Mm-hmm. I called him up. He actually came to my son's birthday a few years back in his full, geared out everything. My son wouldn't even let him put him down. He was just in his arms the entire time. It was his 5th birthday. He's like, "Oh, my legs are tired, Mr. Frank. Will you just carry me?" So he just stood there looking at him.
That's respect, man.
It's very funny that he was like that, even though he had a Santa Claus DJ.
Right.
So even Santa Claus wasn't a bigger rock star than my boy Frank.
No.
So Frank, I was like, "Hey, we got a Veterans Day walk at my kid's school. We'd be honored if you can come join us."
That's so cool.
So Frank shows up. There's 2 World War II veterans there. There's all these Vietnam vets. There's all these other service members, and it was awesome. It was so cool. Then I actually got to take my buddy Frank into my kid's classroom where he presented him with a dollar, a silver dollar that he got off of Saddam's nightstand.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy.
So he was one of the first ones in there. So he gave him a silver dollar from Saddam's nightstand. It was absolutely insane. My kid was like, "Who's Saddam Hussein?" And that's a good thing that he had to ask that question. That means the boys did their job. But we went through and we researched it and who Saddam was and what he did and what kind of person he was. Right. It's not just some random dude. This dude was the president of Iraq and he did these terrible things and our boys went in there.
Somebody down and killing them. We're trying to protect
right
thousands and thousands of people.
And he hurt his own people and this and that. So I told him the story and that
cool.
blew my kid's mind. He's like, "Wait, this was off his dresser." So Mr. Frank went in there and he beat up the bad guys and he took this for me and I was like, "He sure did, kiddo." So he's got that right next to his $2 bill and a couple other his little prized 7-year-old possessions that he's got over there. So it's real awesome. So the holiday season is upon us.
It is.
It is. And don't get me wrong. I love the holiday season. It's fantastic. I enjoy it. But when it comes to people's mindset, that drives me crazy. They're so worried about what they're going to get and this and then. They're not worrying about what's actually important, what it's actually about.
Yeah.
I mean, I see people in Walmart and they're treating people like garbage. Ooh. Why? Why are you being rude to everybody? Why are you being mean to everybody? That's not what you're here for. That's not what you're here to accomplish. You get your mind right.
It's, I think it's a bunch of years ago, I had a really rather hilarious moment with my mom because I had moved to Seattle in June of 2006. And that following Christmas, I came home because I was, homesick and stuff and wanted to be home for Christmas. And looking back, it was dumbass because it was really terrible weather and I didn't get a chance to see anybody. And after, my flight was, I had all switched up around and stuff and it was really crazy. But once I finally got home, the next day or two, I called my mom or was talking to my mom or whatever. And I said, Mom, I said, I don't think I'm going to come home for Christmas anymore because it's really, we really don't get to see anybody. It's not like we're having any big holiday Christmases anymore. And I said, we're really, it's a Christian holiday. It's Jesus's birthday. And we're really not that devout. We're really not all that Christian.
I was raised Muslim.
Right, we're really not that Christian, so I don't really feel like it's important to partake of this particular celebration when I can come home another time and have more time with my family, which is what it's supposed to be about anyway, And so she says, "Have you heard of the pagans?"
Yeah.
And I said, yes, I think we're pagans. It was really pretty funny.
That's funny you say that because a lot of the Christmas symbolism comes from pagans. They wanted to convert the pagans into Christianity, so that's where a lot of that came from.
They kind of piggyback on awful lot of
the
those
winter solstice, the Christmas tree, even the Easter bunny and things like that. Those are pagan symbols.
It's true.
Has nothing to do with Christianity. I was talking with my kid the other day. He's like, Dad, what does the Easter bunny laying eggs have to do with Easter?
It's tradition.
And I'm like, first of all, it's not Easter, it's Zombie Jesus Day. And he's like,
I've never heard it put like that.
Zombie Jesus Day, Dad. I'm like, what do you mean?
Wait,
I'm like,
it's not Jesus. It's not Easter. It's Zombie Jesus Day.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Well, he was dead and he rose from the dead, right?
That's funny.
So
it
he's
makes sense.
Technically a zombie.
It does. It technically makes sense.
Right. So he was like, wait, so Jesus was a zombie? Well, kinda. Technically, what's a zombie? Somebody that rises from the grave, right?
I mean, he didn't go around eating brains and stuff, which is probably good, but...
Right. I think that's more for theatrics.
Yeah, I'm sure.
More of a theatrics thing, the zombie thing. It looks cool in movies, somebody scooping somebody's brains out. But, he rose from the dead, and that technically makes him a zombie. So,
semantics.
Yeah, Zombie Jesus Day, kiddo. That's what we got.
That's funny.
Yeah, right. His mom did not appreciate that. She was raised Catholic. Did not work well. That conversation was awkward. What is a Zombie Jesus Day? Tilly. Snitches get stitches, bro. What are you doing?
Oh my gosh, that's funny. I see. Now I was raised Catholic, but I went to church with my dad on Sundays. He, would come and pick us up because my parents were divorced for. I don't ever remember that. I was 3 when my mom married my stepfather.
Right.
So it was just part of life. Was hanging out with dad on Sunday. We go to church. We have donuts in the big gym, the gymnasium there at the church, and then we'd go off and do something fun.
Cool.
And so that was kind of an experience that I had with my dad, but it never really clicked, So when I was a teenager, I said, no, you know what? I really don't want to go through all the ceremony of being confirmed because I don't feel touched by it. So
see, I was lucky enough. The baby mom, she understood that I didn't want my kid baptized because when she was raised Catholic, and I talked to her and I showed her about other religions and stuff like that. I was like, listen, the 10 commandments are basically through every major religion. If you follow the 10 commandments, it's in Judaism, Christianity, Islam, Buddhism is basically one big commandment. It's just do unto others. That's just the basic rule of all the major religions. So keep going with that. I mean, you follow those, and all the religions are basically the same. Yeah, so we're gonna go for a quick song break. Absolutely. We got anything good today? We got any Marilyn Manson? I heard we're gonna lead into a topic.
We'll have to work on that. Right now, we've got some good stuff. Yeah, we'll save some of the good stuff for when our girl gets here.
Right.
So
we're gonna need some Marilyn Manson up on deck. I got a text message. She goes,
all I can say is we'll work on it.
You better be prepared to talk about Marilyn Manson dildos.
Oh dear.
And I'm like, Marilyn Manson dildo? How is this even a topic? All right, well, let's go.
Hey, you never know, right?
All right, WRFCLP Rochester 106.3 FM, RochesterFreeRadio.com. Oz, what's going on? WRFCLP Rochester, New York, 106.3 FM, RochesterFreeRadio.com. Man, it's been one heck of a week, man. This weather's been up and down, up and down. But you know what?
Welcome to Rochester.
It is, man. And that's the mindset you got to have. Weird. If you're from here, you're from this. You should know what to expect. Right around Halloween, sometimes we get a good Halloween, a little warm, sometimes we don't. But right after Halloween is when the weather breaks. It is what it is. This is what we grew up with. This is what we knew. And I try to keep a positive mindset. And it's something I've been working on for the last couple of years is I try to stay happy and I try to stay positive. Even if I have to lie to myself and drink a little more. I'm not talking heavy drinking. I'm taking, like a shot of whiskey here and there just to slide the night out of the way a little bit. Yeah. And that positive mindset, I think's helped me a lot. You can't be waking up every day looking outside and being like, it's crappy outside.
Oh, man.
Right. Even if it is crappy outside,
weather.
Pretend with everything you got that it's not.
Well, you know what else, too? We might have snow. We might have sleet and rain and guck and crud and salt, but we don't have tsunamis. We don't have earthquakes. We generally don't have hurricanes or tornadoes and these. Sure, we have gale force winds once in a while, but really when it comes down to it, even when we have these great big crazy snows that stop everything in its tracks, a big deal. So we have to stop in our tracks and like breathe a minute and hang out with our families. It's not like we have to leave our homes because they're burning. And I mean, I'd much rather have a shut-in snowstorm than to have to evacuate my house because the area around it is on fire.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, that's some crazy stuff going on the West Coast. Right? Shout out to all you guys over there going through all that, man. That's crazy. Really. Absolutely crazy. You know what? That's what we don't have. I like to concentrate on the things we do have.
Yeah.
We might not have great weather, but we have garbage plates and we have some fantastic Italian food. Honestly, though, Rochester is like a center hub of some fantastic culinary just places.
Cultures, too. You would think that, like I had said before, I lived in Seattle for 4 years, and it was really eye-opening because...
I hear her sighing. Hi, Katrina Lee.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome. Yay. There she is.
2.5 hour ride from hell.
Hey, you know what? We're glad you're here safe. That's the most important thing.
I was running out of things to ramble about. I was talking about garbage plates. That was my reserve right there. It's all I have. I'm like, we got garbage plates and produce, and they grow good food here. Oh, man.
It's really funny that we were just talking about the weather and how lucky we were that we only have snowstorms and crappy roads.
And I'm being positive about the weather. Katrina's like, screw you guys. Screw this weather. I hate all of you.
It was actually pretty impeccable timing, I think.
Yep. That was nice.
What I was talking about culturally is that, I like to say that you could spin the globe and throw a dart, and wherever it hits on that globe, you could go out and either eat food or see music from that part of the world somewhere in Seattle on any given night of the week. But they did not have the Italian restaurants and bakeries like we have. And boy, did I miss those.
You know what? Another thing, like people assume Rochester's growing season is only the summertime. We have like an 8-month growing season. Our produce is some of the best in the country. I was speaking to one of the people from the Rochester Public Market, and they just blew my mind on a bunch of stuff. Like legit, we have an 8-month growing season here, 8 months. And on top of that, like our produce is taken to all over the country because of like the way our tomatoes are and our produce is how good it actually tastes. I mean, it's ridiculous. If you compare our farm-grown food to anywhere else in the country, dude, I'll take ours any day of the week. Our soil's different thanks to the Great Lakes.
Yeah,
all the stuff from the glaciers that carved out the Great Lakes and the Finger Lakes, it completely changed the way we grow things. It's amazing out here.
I think, too, what a lot of people are just kind of starting to realize is that locally, we have a lot of good soil, even in our own backyards.
We've got amazing soil.
I think that the individual, home gardens have really been sort of sprouting up all over the place.
Giggity.
You see what I did there? Yeah.
Giggity.
There's a lot more people who are growing food for their families and stuff, putting in the effort to make stuff happen. And it saves money, and it's amazing to eat food from your own yard.
So unnecessary.
We hear her. I hear her. I'm so glad that the roads weren't so bad that...
Yes, we are on. I walked into, they're like, you're on. Oh, hey, what's going on?
Hello.
How to drive in the snow.
Yeah, so I just got in the 2.5 hour ride from hell from Buffalo, actually East Aurora. I was told it was slick, and don't worry, and no.
Slick? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I didn't check, but in all the signs in Batavia area are all winter storm effect from Thursday night to Friday morning. And it shifts into winter weather advisory, but I can tell you absolutely want to avoid the entire 490 in Rochester.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing's plowed. I watched at least 20 cars go into ditches and spin out.
God.
It's an absolute mess. The inner loop's really bad, and we're just getting dumped on. So stay home. Don't drive around.
I'm going to leave you guys at it now.
Yeah, what's happening with the weather is that you get the newbies who forget how to drive in the snow every year and forget, we're from Rochester and Buffalo. We should be used to this. And they don't have their tires replaced yet or switched over to snow tires, and no one really knows what they're doing, and it's actually pretty dangerous. So.
Yeah, we went over this when we first got on. I was like, well, at least give me people tips on how to actually drive in the snow. First off, don't panic, man. Don't panic when you first get in there, especially if you seem like a panicker. I feel like, are you a panicker?
I'm not. No, I'm so used to driving. I freeze, I go 20, I put the hazard lights on, and I'm super careful. That's why I drove a lot in the snow for years, and going to clubs and I didn't know where it'd be happening because I was in Buffalo and I drive to Erie and I drive to Rochester. So there's certain areas that get hit really hard and they're different lakes, so you don't know what's going to occur. So I'm like good about that.
Let me quiz you. Okay, so now do you slam on the brakes or do you pump your brakes?
No, I don't. Nothing. I guess I never pumped. I just kind of like don't even let it get to that risk. I never slammed on it. I know you don't slam because that's how you spin out of control.
Right. So you got to pump your brakes. If you're in that situation, you pump the brakes.
Pump.
You're such a freaking purr, dude.
You said it. But Dawn is on the way. Was calling me, and we're gonna go in a song break, and then we're gonna call Dawn and do our toy review of the week, and then start talking about Marilyn Manson and other fun topics.
Marilyn Manson. Yeah, we need some Marilyn Manson on deck to play for this.
Yes,
man. We got to lead into a sour. We need some sweet dreams.
It's a good song, and we'll get Dawn on.
Yeah.
So, yay.
All right, we'll see you guys soon.
Right.
Visual.
Hello, welcome back. We are Beyond the Pole Radio on WRFZLP Rochester 106.3. RochesterFreeRadio.com. Check us out on the TuneIn app, and we live stream. And you can also check us out on YouTube, Beyond the Pole with Katrina Lee. We're going to actually be slowly adding onto iTunes and getting together. I met this person, and he's going to help us with podcasts. So it's like Podbean or something, and expand and explore. So
all I know is Spider-Man suits make my armpit sweat.
Yeah, no, I'm
hot.
I had like the drive from hell, but I'm glad I made it. So everyone who just stay in if you're in Buffalo, Rochester. All the newbies on the road who don't know how to drive. So it's not actually how you drive. You have to watch out for every idiot out there spinning out, and that's the whole issue.
Yep.
It's like they forget to drive. Like you didn't change your snow tires. You're trying to go 75 in a snowstorm. What are you thinking?
Yeah, I saw a really good meme the other day. It was the annual meeting of the Summer Tires Club. It was a bunch of people just smashed cars up in like the bank of the highway.
Wow.
The Summer Tires Club. It made me chuckle as a dad. I was like, Summer Tires Club.
It's scary though.
Yeah, but you know what? They screw it up for everybody. People can really get hurt by those idiots.
You can. That's
true.
the thing is I had to be extra careful. I'm like,
sure.
I don't want to get in another accident. I mean, my leg was on fire not even 6 weeks ago, and I have shrapnel, and it's going to take 2 years to heal. I went to wound specialist. That's what they told me. 2 years.
You know what they say, liar, liar, pants on fire.
Right, yeah. I'm like, yeah, I was like holding off on photo shoots and stuff. And like, we're just going to have to, Photoshop and wear stockings. It's going to take a while.
Let me borrow your leg for a second. I got some lady-looking legs. You can borrow one of mine.
It's been a very exciting week, so I want to hear your toy of the week, and then we're going to talk about some Marilyn Manson.
Oh, you're a freaky, but this is like for the normal freakies.
Normal freaky people.
Normal freaky. What fun is that?
Boston Rabbit. It's brand new. It is a woman's toy designed by women.
Okay.
And right now we're really going to that in the industry. We're making
smart.
We have Harvard graduates designing vibrators right now.
Wow.
This is how important it is for women to design for women, because in the past men have done it. I don't know if you remember the old school Wascally Wabbit where the balls were on top.
Yeah, I do.
If you know anything about women or human anatomy, nothing is going to make her orgasm 6 inches in and spinning. That's just...
I just like you saying Wascally Wabbit. That just made my day. Wascally Wabbit.
About? Like, this is like, unless she's into like, I don't know. It's just, we're starting to figure out that a woman is capable of 3 different orgasms, and we're designing toys to hit all 3. Vaginal opening.
What are the 3? I'm confused. I know 2 as a female. I'm confused on the 3rd.
The vaginal opening is actually the most neglected way to have an orgasm, but women can have an orgasm. But the problem is he can't hang out there because he turns into a freshman in high school. 3 seconds and tapping out.
Oh, I see it. I understand.
Okay.
I get it.
Yeah, so that's the most neglected. So if he or she is performing an activity on you, they could use their finger in a circular motion right at the entrance. There's a million nerve endings there for women. So it's very easy to achieve, but very neglected.
My girlfriend will be thanking you later. I appreciate that, Dawn.
Okay, and if she's not listening, I'll thank you.
She's super cute. You'll love her. We got to bring her in and you can meet her. She's so cute.
I just want to be part of that conversation where some Harvard graduate is like, hey, Mom and Dad, thank you for sending me to Harvard. I'm designing a vibrator.
Making billions, though.
Right?
That's amazing.
the thing.
Eventually, your parents, they like challenge you and they fight it, and then they're like, "Oh well, we can't really say anything," and then they're proud, like my parents.
I just want to see some
My
Ivy League
parents are just like,
hear that
please
conversation.
don't embarrass us with these rehab centers and get a DWI. Please, please, dear God, don't you dare. And I'm like, I'm trying hard.
Here, hold my beer. Let me show you.
What does that even mean? Take a dang Uber. You're a
I
big
know.
girl. Have an app. Get in an Uber.
Exactly. So I was listening to Lithium the other day, and I heard about this Marilyn Manson vibrator. And I'm like, you know, the 90s kid, all that. I
Hell
used
yeah.
to like wear Janko jeans, Nirvana shirts, sideways CKY hats. I was a little punk, and I had a skateboard, and I used to sell weed to all like the adults in East Aurora and troll all around. I used to get shook down by the cops and everything.
Word
This
to
years
your
ago, so I
mother.
can say this is like 20 years ago, so you can't do anything now. But yeah, it was great, and that was my life then. And
How
it's
could
like
you
coming
get
back.
bad in East Aurora? You grew up in bliss. You know that, right?
It was amazing. I was spoiled. I had my fake ID. I was in the mug club at the Barbell when I was 16 years old.
That's fabulous.
Wow.
You know, I drove my parents nuts, but you know, I never did anything that bad, and I was like top in the school. You know, worked hard.
And then was going to be a nun until you walked across the street to a
Yeah.
strip club.
Yep, and then boom, look what happened. But
Fantastic.
so we saw online there's a Marilyn Manson dildo now with his face for $125. How do you feel about that? Are you going to carry this as a product in your line?
Kind of freaked out by it. I'm not as excited as you are about having Marilyn Manson beside me.
It's not. It's just the fact that I believe that a lot of people would buy it because it's strange and it's probably going to be worth money on eBay or something.
It's
one
his
day. Like
face
it's so
on it?
weird. It's his face. It's
Yeah,
really
I don't know
strange.
if I have the clientele for that one, but I definitely would sell one.
People
to you.
are trying to buy it off my page right now.
I feel like you should only use that if it's your time of the month. Like, you
Right?
can't disrespect
Yeah,
them. Right.
All right, Oz, you're right. That's right. Okay, listen, let me do the toy of the month.
Yes, toy of the month.
Sorry.
Toy of the week. All right, this is amazing. It's designed by women. It's called the Passion Rabbit. It has a 50-minute charge. It
Wow.
comes with the USB, like you charge your phone. You now charge your toys. 5-year warranty. When you are buying toys now, you get better warranties than cars and houses.
Yo, that's a
5-year
better warranty than most
You know, I always
relationships.
wondered, has anyone ever given you a used vibrator and said it didn't work and tried to return it? Because I can't imagine no one ever did in my stores, thank God, but...
No, they send them back to the manufacturer. I don't
okay.
deal with dirty stuff. Yeah, thank
Good
God.
God.
But this one has bunny ears, and the bunny ears hugs her clitoris. And as you know, the clitoris has 8,000 nerve endings versus a man only having 4,000.
Oh,
So,
that's
wow.
good. You guys are making
Yeah,
us
we're
look
so
bad
much
all over the
luckier,
place.
like,
Your plumbing's better. Your toys last longer than us. They have better
We really
warranty
are
than
better
us.
humans.
What
I
the
don't
hell,
understand
man?
Why women say, "Oh, I wish I was a man." I'm like, why? So you could last 3 minutes and need a nap?
Like, oh, I feel like you guys are getting
That's
so
great.
advanced. We're like a step away from being a monkey in a cage. You guys are
Right.
killing us
I
over
agree
here.
completely. I mean, if
I
it wasn't
love
for
dogs.
the 8 inches of you, I wouldn't even bother. No, I get it. But anyway, it's $149. It's worth every penny. It has a 5-year warranty, USB. You will literally see midgets jump out of your ass. And do
I
the whole
need that, so
Yeah,
Midgets.
that is
order that.
incredible. I'll have to
so.
bring one when I come out there to see you.
I
I'm going
will.
to Cabo, so I won't be there next month.
That's fine. It's winter. It's nasty. We'll just do
Yeah,
call-ins.
winter's
And
nasty.
we're going to go out anyways because I'm really close to you, so we need to go to the Barbell and Kodiak Jacks and stuff, so
And
yeah.
we'll both Uber home. Our
Actually, on Sunday, my friend who's super attractive and is a casting director and did all this stuff for The Purge and all the movies in Buffalo has a movie premiere and is free at the Aurora Theater. It's at 11 o'clock, and it's a Christmas thing, and they filmed it. It's based on Fiddlers. So it's Travis
Really?
Johnson. Yeah, so I'll send you the info. We're going to talk about it later. I'm going to share it, but you will have fun. You should join me. It's going to be a good time.
11 p.m. or 11 a.m.?
Yeah, 11 a.m., not p.m.
Oh, okay. I could do 11 a.m. 11
Yeah, I
p.m.
know. That'd
past
be
my bedtime.
odd in East Aurora late at night on a
I was
Sunday.
like, wait a second. 11 p.m. East Aurora closes down.
Yeah, it
Wow.
shuts down. And then there's another movie premiere that night by another person I was in the theater with. So it's going to be a good movie day and fun and free.
Sweet.
All right, guys. It's
Thank you so much.
Bye, dog. Thank you.
ForePlayBuzz.com.
So what was that toy's name?
Katrina. Bye, guys.
Thank you
The
so
bunny?
much. All right, we're going to cut back in. I think we need some Marilyn Manson to talk about it, but we're going to
Yeah.
share it like we're all stars.
I'm with it.
I just love it. It's my generation.
Marilyn
I
Manson
can't
was the
believe he has
man.
vibrators. It's so weird with his face all strange. I mean, come on. This is a topic. Everyone just needs one to buy it.
Right. Who does? You got to have it on your dresser or something.
Song break, and we shall return to lots of shenanigans.
Yep.
On the show. Hey, welcome back. We are Beyond the Pole Radio to RFCLP Rochester 106.3, RochesterFreeRadio.com. We are every Thursday from 10 o'clock till midnight. And we are on YouTube, Beyond the Pole Radio with Katrina Lee.
And the Facebook.
Yes, and Facebook, Beyond the Pole Radio. So,
yes.
Like us, we're going to start growing and expanding. We are, but we didn't know how to back it up. And now I got the right people who are going to help build our empire.
This is correct. And I am Az. You find me on the Facebooks and the Instagrams at Azin, just Az Tozan. I'm going to use an accent for every one of your creepers that messages from now on.
Oh, the creepers.
I'm going to act
I get
like
the
how
craziest messages
sound.
on Facebook. It's so disturbing. I'm just like, man, I just ignore it. Usually I don't answer them. This the problem is every once in a while real stuff comes through and I'm like, I don't even want to look at it.
We need to take advantage of those because I come from religious group and I've never been to a strip club before.
Yes.
I need for you to give me and my friends a private a model show, if you can, please.
This actually occurred. A guy asked me because he saw I worked at Tally-Ho for a private model show.
As soon as I read this, I see this. For some reason, I cannot read in regular voice. The accent, it just comes.
The accent, you need it. And the confusing part is at Tally-Ho, we get a lot of guys from RIT who are foreign.
Okay, one tip for you guys.
They're all like, you try not to categorize anyone, but the guys who don't seem to understand how to hold their etiquette well seem to be foreign in the strip clubs. And I don't know if they're doing it on purpose, and that's their way of like being extra creepy and like trying to slip their fingers in places they don't belong.
Oh, no.
Like, I don't know my country. No, I don't know English. No English. No.
Hands cut off for that in our country. Okay,
Right.
your hands get cut off for that in our country, so they're acting extra.
Yeah.
And little tip for you
can't do
guys.
that in the country. Just
My
like,
family foreign. One thing, remember, you come to this country, wear deodorant. It is very important. I'm not being mean. Just put on the deodorant.
or douse yourself in
It's
brute.
important.
Everyone loves brute. Douse it.
Baby powder, no cut it. Baby
No
powder,
brute,
it
no
does
brute.
not work all the way. Okay, baby powder does not work. It does not cut it. Use other deodorant. Speed
It's a big foreign
stick,
thing.
Old Spice, whatever
Old
you
Spice,
choose. Use
yes.
one X. I don't care. Just find one. Use it.
Yes, Brute's Old Spice. Just douse yourself. We won't be able to tell. Yeah, we will. But yeah. Too fun. Like, way too much fun. So it's sad. It's getting towards winter. And the holidays are coming, though. That's a good part.
Getting towards
Christmas
we're
time. I hate winter.
knee-deep. We're knee deep.
It's just starting now. I'm trying to pretend it's not here. I am going to be in Tampa at Deja Vu nightclub. I will be there 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th of December with Stormy Daniels.
Say that again.
Deja Vu nightclub, 13th through 17th. I will be there in Tampa with Stormy Daniels.
I just had deja vu.
Stormy Daniels. Boop. Deja Vu. I'm part of the Hustler Club, and I will be there. Deja Vu is also, and representing her.
Very
So
cool.
I love it. And my friend Amber's down there, and she's
Stormy
doing awesome.
Daniels. Oh, that was the Trump chick.
The Trump girl, yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
And she's gonna be on the radio.
All right. Very
Down
cool.
in
Are you
Deja
going to
Vu.
live? You
Yep,
go
we're
live?
going
Awesome.
live down there. It's gonna be great.
Awesome. I'm
Super excited.
Trying to think, like, can I get her anything for like
They
to
love
sign?
me.
Can I have her sign like a
Do you want
a MAGA shirt, like
you
a
have
make
time.
Make America
we have
Great
a couple
Again?
weeks. Do you want to get a vibrator for your girl? Anything, and they'll sign
I don't
it.
want her to
whatever,
sign a
you know?
vibrator. I want to sign her a Trump hat, like, you know, the little Make America Great Again hats.
Yes,
like,
make it great again.
yeah, I want her to sign one of those for me. Now that
That would be hysterical.
Right, I'd
Oh,
rock the
wow.
hell out of that. Like, yo, you're wearing a
Oh,
Trump
I
hat,
need
but it's
that.
signed by Stormy Daniels.
I need that
That's
myself.
a free pass
That's great. That's
everywhere,
clever.
right.
That's great.
Yeah,
That's
hell
a
yeah,
good
or like the
one.
T-shirt, Stormy
Oh,
Daniels
good one.
approved.
That's
Yeah,
clever. Very
hell
clever.
yeah.
Very clever. I like
Thank
that.
you. I get a couple like random stoner flashes, like
I do too.
brain cells collide. Like, oh,
Weird
we're together.
idea.
Oh, we're gone.
Weird idea. She's like, oh yeah, it's brilliant. I gotta do it. So it's been really wild and fun. But I started back at Tally-Ho this week in Rochester.
Very nice.
Yay, go me.
Hence the foreign friends that come to visit you and message you.
Yes, the special ones. I was getting all these messages for guys begging me to go there, so I'm like, all right, I'll go. So
You come pay for
enjoying
dance.
it. Yes, come pay. So come visit me, so we have more strip club experience and expanding our little empires again. Because I was behaving and I really wasn't going out, and I'm like, oh, I'm bored. Why not? I can do whatever I want.
I mean, it's etiquette. If they don't know what etiquette is in strip club, there's etiquette where if you even look at the stripper here in America, you have to pay them $20.
Oh yeah,
Just to
so
look.
it's weird.
a new
So
etiquette.
in
They don't know about it. We should tell them.
at
Make them
Playmates
learn.
in Byron, we get a lot of migrant farm workers,
Ooh.
and so we have to put up signs in Spanish saying like, "and don't bite and don't lick and
Don't
like,
bite. No
don't bite the
biting.
strippers."
Wow.
Guys bite. You got to watch out. Guys bite.
Wow, you bite me sometimes.
They get weird sometimes. They're drunk and they think like, oh.
Yeah,
So there's signs like no bezos, all that stuff. It's
if
crazy.
somebody random bites me, we're fighting.
I seen it. I seen a guy randomly lean over and bite a girl's nipple off in Partners in Pennsylvania. No. She had to have it reattached completely. It was horrible. Yeah, that can happen. It can happen. It's horrible. The pain is horrible.
Listen, I can't even have nipples are a thing to me because I'm missing part of my right one. Okay.
Oh,
it got
did
ripped
you do
out.
that? Did your girlfriend
she
rip it
didn't
off?
do it. There's part of my right nipple that's gone. It's never coming back, and it's so sensitive because it's like pointed and little and weird compared. Gotta fight
she
you.
knows how to teach you a lesson.
No. She knows that's one of the only things
Grab it.
I'm cool.
She's mad at you. She goes pink, pink, pink. And you're like, oh man. She should grab the little kitchen tongs.
Immediately, I am defending myself. She can hit me. I'll let a lot of things slide. You punch. It's whatever. You slap here and there. It's cool. But my nipple and my nose. You go for those things. Or teeth. Nipple, nose, teeth.
Teeth is weird.
The teeth, you chip somebody's tooth, you tear
I thought you meant they were grabbing your teeth. Yeah, no. My ex is horrible, and I just actually went to the dentist and thank you, Stellar Dental, for more corrections on my bonding.
Good job, guys.
Yeah, it's going to take a long time to constantly lifetime things. They're saying veneers maybe, because what happened.
Get veneers. You can afford to do it.
Yeah, that's what I'm possibly doing. But I heard horror stories. You got to grind it down, they pop off. So I was shaking.
I'm going to start using chiclets. That's in my price range.
Just glue them on.
Right.
It was your smile is so great. I was
you do have really good teeth.
That's what happens though. My ex was evil. I got kicked in the head multiple times, and it took over $10,000 of dental work and bonding, and I've rejected on and off.
Did you have braces?
I did when I was a kid, yeah. And that's why my whole line is fine for my smile and everything. And they left it, so I still have all my wisdom teeth because, that's why I'm so wise and smart. But no, it's because of the braces that they made space for it to grow in, so I never had to lose them.
So this
I still have braces.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I have retainers in the back of my teeth.
You are sneaky.
You don't know, yeah. You only know if you kiss me. They're like, oh. Or if you're a really bad kisser for some reason, trying to take your tongue on the back of my teeth, which is really weird.
The back of your teeth?
Yeah, because that's where the braces are.
Dude, there's this one girl that I knew. She had her baby teeth. I used to call her baby teeth.
Nice. Oh, he looks at someone. So on that note, there's a lot going on. So I did, actually, you helped me with Rochester Women Magazine online.
Yo. Oh, shit.
And we have the article. It's coming out. Beep, 10-second delay. And it's coming out in November. 10-second delay. And so we're going to have that out. And I'm starting to write articles after the introduction of me and all the charity group I do and work.
Very cool.
Yeah, we're going to expand. And I have Soars coming on. And Becky is the person who started it. And what happened is her son overdosed.
Oh, I'm
and
sorry
he
to hear
died.
that,
And
man.
she started a group for mothers to help combat the whole heroin opioid epidemic. And
That's
she's just
awesome.
an amazing person.
Good
and I
for
met
her.
her at a lot of these groups, and there's on Facebook, it's SOARS. She's incredible. And I chose her to be featured for the December issue.
Dope.
And we're going to write about her. And there's a health fair in January. And we're going to have everyone next. And then after Soars, I'm going to do Be the Change with Stephanie and Karina.
That's really cool, man. I really love the girls from Rochester Women Online. Cheryl and Kate are
They're
awesome,
amazing.
dude. They're such cool ladies, man.
And I'm literally I love to help support strong women, and I'm helping introduce them to new strong women that they don't even know. So it's a great team.
Yeah, that's why I've seen that. I'm like, you know what? These three,
They're
they're all
we are people who are
monsters,
movers
man.
and shakers, and
For
we care about
sure.
the world. They were different. It's not all about money. It's about making a difference. So.
Yo, you ladies are probably some of the best networks I've ever seen in my life. You guys network so
I'm a
good.
huge networker. I know everyone.
You three, it's so I seen it. I was like, yeah, that's a solid trio of females right there. They're about to slaughter things.
Yeah, we're gonna make a difference in the world. I already
I know.
am, and they are too. So it's.
I'll be the guy cheerleader. Go ladies!
Go
Yeah!
ladies.
Woo!
You'll be the male model showing up. Look at me. So, anything exciting on your agenda this week?
Yeah, I'm trying to find somebody to braid my beard like that. I want the two Viking braids to come down.
Interesting.
Yeah, I feel
so
like
no shave November.
it's been no shave never for the last year and a half for me now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what?
You're
It's
I like the beast look.
part of me now. I feel like it's just I haven't seen my neck and I don't know how long.
If it was gone, how would you feel? Like a naked mole
or
rat?
Something, man. Like the only problem is it gets stuck in my like
Those
hoodies and
hairless
stuff.
Cats or chihuahua.
I wouldn't look like
a
that.
little tuft of
Jesus.
fuzz.
I'm Turkish. We will never be hairless. As good as it gets, it just
Little
doesn't happen
tuft of
like that.
fuzz. It'd be so funny.
I look more like my mom now than ever before because I got her mustache now.
Oh.
Sorry, Mom. That's okay. You could tell like who my son's mom is, but he's got the same mustache as her. She's Italian. Poor little kid. He's a Turk Allen. He was born looking like a Furby. He had a little furry crack and everything. I called him Attila Gorilla because he popped out. He was just covered in fur.
Like
He
a
had
little animal.
Yeah, he had little like broad furry shoulders, and from Tarzan, the little gorilla's name's Attila. So I was like, Attila Gorilla.
Oh, that's hysterical. I was completely like bald, no hair, nothing. Like gone. It took a while.
Looked like a mayonnaise colored tadpole.
Yep,
You could
that's
just see
it.
it.
Just saying.
Little hot dog. Look what he did.
But if you look at me from 5 to now, my face is the same. It's just like it's grew into it. I was like,
I've seen
my
some
kindergarten
pictures.
teacher recognized me. She's like, I knew exactly who you were. I walk everywhere like, oh my God, it's Katrina.
Yo,
So
that's awesome. He recognized you. I had the chance the other day in Walmart to run into a teacher and a gentleman who I really, really looked up to. He was my 10th grade biology teacher, Mr. Gelati. Like, this dude was awesome. He was like old school Italian dude. Like, I did really good in school, but like I wasn't good at homework and showing up on time. So I used to bribe him with Texas hot Fritos, and he just let me do whatever I wanted, But he always gave me respect and always was really kind to me. And because he gave me respect, I showed him respect. A lot of teachers they're like
I had that
pretentious.
opportunity. I don't know. I was like a suck up. I was like right in the front row, like
Oh, hell no.
teacher's pet. When I was in kindergarten, I was the teacher put a tail on me because I was a tattletale and I had to wear it
Oh, you had to
for
wear
a
the
week to
tail.
learn a lesson to stop tattletaling, and then the kids would pull my tail. It was really bad. It's actually, I think it's totally illegal nowadays and traumatizing, but that actually occurred.
I like it. I might do that to my kid. Like snitches get tails now. I won't give them stitches. That's illegal.
Yeah,
But you get a little tail now, bud.
Here's your tail. You learn your lesson young.
Right. To send to
Don't
school
you
a
tell
little
it other
tail.
people.
What you gonna do? Right.
Yeah, and then let everyone else pull his little tail.
See, I was good in school until 7th grade. I was in all accelerated classes. I got a C on my accelerated science. My mom beat the brakes off of me.
Oh.
She whooped me.
Then you're like, I'll teach
senses.
you a lesson
I was
now.
like, if that's what I get for getting a C in a class that was like high school level, I'm in 7th grade. I'm good. I'm gonna have some fun. Now it's time to go in.
Do the level
I
that
can
everyone
take-
else
yeah,
does.
I can
Why
take that
challenge
ass whooping.
myself?
Let's go. So yeah, from that point on, it was just a wrap.
Yeah, I get that. I was opposite. I did all the advanced classes and super nerd. I finally learned how to enjoy myself once I got out of high school.
And you didn't go mediocre. It
No,
wasn't
I
like
went
halfway.
wild.
Yeah.
I went literally like valedictorian, school nerd, all this stuff, like school, summer classes, work type nerd, like just all aim at like UB, Dean's List, everything. To like, okay, strip clubs, fun, and stupid money. It was hard. Like, so you're in college and you're trying to go. And like I'm at Madame Zell back in the day, and it was before the other clubs opened, so it was like prime money.
Right.
And like you're trying like, oh, it's time to go to class, and this guy's like, I'll give you $400 if you come to work right now, and I'll get some dance. He's like, go to school, get $400 plus. God knows what I'm gonna make. At least $1,000.
Right. You walk away with at least a G in your pocket.
What makes sense? And you're like, okay, it was really hard.
Eat ramen noodles for dinner for the week, or walk away with a new Fendi bag and have steak.
Yeah, you're like, what do I want to do?
I think that's one of the
Made
reasons.
it hard, and I'm a test taker, so I don't actually have to go to classes.
That's
So
how
I
I
just read the
was.
book, and so I like withdrew from all the other classes, and I picked ones that specifically had like no attendance. They didn't care. He just came in like 4 times a semester and took a test and left. So
Yeah, that's they should let that happen in
just
high
kinda
school.
skittle through.
If somebody's doing that good, they understand the material, they understand what they're doing. Let them do the test and just move on with it. They know what you're doing.
I agree with that. See, when I was younger, it didn't work that way. If you're actually
Me
smart,
either.
they decided to pull you out of class, and it was called Dimensions growing up, and then they gave you actually more work to do. So you went into special classes in which you had to learn like about catnip and the herbs and grow it,
Catnip?
write papers about it, and they like on top of what everyone else was doing.
So it was punishing you for being advanced. That's
Yeah,
just
it was punishing you for being smart.
ridiculous.
So you had more work and more work and more work. And where did it get you? I don't know, in a strip club. No.
The
Thank
root
you,
of
Mom
that,
and Dad. I love you.
the root of that though is one of the reasons I think we're friends. I understand who you are because you go from one extreme to the complete other. There's no middle ground.
Where's that?
Right, and I was like
Everett
that,
says it's
and I
like
still
0.
am for so many reasons. But I've tried to just narrow
I try.
how far I go to each side. Like I can still spaz, but just try to.
As you
keep
get older, it
here.
happens because you don't want the repercussions.
Yeah.
Like, do I really want to go to jail? Not really.
No, because jail, the food is terrible. I don't mind
know. The goulash at the Erie County Holy Center on Sundays is banging. I told my mom it's better than her food. She was disappointed.
You know what? That they do. I used to like the mango drink. You know the mango powder that you put in
Yeah.
your. The mango powder was freaking amazing.
It's good stuff.
The only the bologna sandwiches for
No, it's not
Jose
even
was terrible,
bologna.
y'all.
It's
I
turkey
hated it.
bologna because the Muslims are in there and they can't
I
give
don't
like
care
pork
what it
and
was.
stuff.
It was
so
horrible. I used to eat the
bologna's
cookies.
gross.
My
The
boy
cookies
was
are
a
okay.
dep. The cookies were all right. My boy
See,
was
I
a dep.
haven't tried the Monroe County Holding Center. I hope not
It's
to.
gross.
I like to stay away. Maybe I'll ask Todd Baxter and he'll let me in for experience for 24 hours.
We should do a lock-in.
We could do it. He'll let us.
Let's do a lock-in.
He will let us 100%. We could do that. We
Let-
can 100%
let's
lock
do a
ourselves in the
lock-in.
jail.
We could talk to the
he
people
loves
there.
me. We're doing Christmas caroling convicts right now.
Let's talk to them for Christmas. Let's see if we can get like messages from the
You
people
will.
in jail.
Jingle bell, Bellsman's on his way. I already started it, and I was going to do Christmas recipes that people get a commissary funds and they make to into cookies or treats to
Can we-
enjoy the holidays.
we can
Like,
bring
think about it,
Christmas
you
to
could take,
convicts?
yeah.
Let's do
Think
that.
about it. If you're in jail, how do you make your life better? Like girls is different than men. Like our family experiences. So you get typical commissary items. They always have Cheerios, cereal. There's always chocolate. There's microwave, stuff like that. So you can take the Cheerios and grind them down to Rice Krispie treats, and then you can dip them in peanut butter, and then you can put chocolate on it. You can make peanut butter balls and snacks.
Wow.
You can take your socks and you can take Jolly Ranchers that are red and green, and you can make them holiday decorated.
Oh,
There's all these tricks to make the holidays festive when you're in jail. So Christmas caroling convicts.
Yo, so let that be a note to all you listeners out there. If you got a girlfriend and you come home, the Jolly Ranchers are gone and her socks are dyed, you know where she's been.
Yeah.
Watch out for that. That's a little tip. Write that down.
Yeah, it's probably was fun and a good time. Now, if your girlfriend knows how to make ramen noodles inside the actual package, include taking the Thai from the sauce thing, you says and cooking it. Yeah, it's a sign.
Wow.
Sign or bricks. It's really good. You take ramen noodles, add some cheese, take some chips, break it down, microwave them, and then roll them in a burrito shell. Oh, so good. The Mexicans taught me that in jail.
Can we do a prison cooking show?
We are going to get that done. So when I was in jail, I was with these Mexicans who imported over $3 million of cocaine up there, and they got busted in El Canelo restaurants. The Mexican restaurants. They were my cellmates. It was
What's
great.
up, homies?
I learned so many tricks on how to cook with ramen. I'm ready to teach this cooking show.
I've been having a ramen like craving lately. There's a really
It's
good
so
show on
good.
Netflix about ramen.
Oh.
Yeah, this dude, he's in New York. He goes all over the world. Like, he's just this fantastically, brilliantly minded chef. And he specializes in ramen. Like, it's ridiculous.
Okay, they have this book called Prison Ramen, and it's got stories about prisoners and what they do with ramen noodles and stuff. And some recipes are really good, some were disgusting. The ones with Jell-O were nasty. So I tried taking strawberry Jell-O and combining it with the ramen noodles. Yuck.
Strawberry Jell-O and ramen noodles.
But they had like oranges, and it was like orange Jell-O combined with the ramen.
I've never put those words together.
It's really good. I got to get you that for Christmas. You'll love it. But I think it's a good time for a break, and then we shall return. Bum, bum, bum. Beyond the Pole Radio, Katrina Lee and Oz.
Can we just talk about how much our music has improved? Just
It is.
so
We finally
damn
have
much.
options. Yeah.
Appreciate you guys, man. Yes.
Well,
the
I was told
90s
they didn't have this
rocket-
music for us.
Oh,
Like, and
they
we
lied.
kept trying to find, and I'm like, come on, where is it? So
Yes, thank you guys.
I'm a big
man.
Lithium fan. So
Hell
I'm like,
yeah.
yay, the music of my generation.
I think
and
90s rock is just where
It
it's
still
at.
is great.
Hell yeah.
They can't. I mean, they're really like if you listen to any of the alternative stations, this all kind of reflects back to 90s.
Sure does, man. You know what warms my heart is when I walk into the mall and I see like Rocco's Modern Life T-shirts and like Rugrats
I
T-shirts.
have all that stuff.
Yo.
I get the Nick box from and I ordered it when like in the beginning, and you can't get it anymore. You can't sign up. It's like super rare. And then I got the Cynthia doll from Rugrats.
Oh, no,
and the
no.
box, the whole thing, like they mail it to your house with a whole bunch of items. They're surprises for $75, including shipping, handling. The Cynthia doll is worth $192 on eBay.
Jesus.
So I actually make my money back for selling items I don't want from the box. But in the last one, I got Zeke the plumber from Salute Your Shorts. The shirt.
Salute Your Shorts.
Yes, remember
oh my
Zeke?
God,
He was the
yes.
plumber who is taking the toys from the kids and scaring them. So that was the one featured. I got that. I got Are You Afraid of the Dark socks and a whole bunch of fun stuff. Oh, I got Real Monsters
I love
umbrella.
that one. You little armpit guy.
Yes, yeah. I got that. I got a hoodie of
Fire.
that with little armpits and everything. And then it was a umbrella.
Nice.
It's fun. And then I listed things that are stupid that I don't want out of the kid. There's always some,
Yeah, you got to throw a little.
there ones that
child
like, okay, I
surprise in
can't
there.
look like, I was molested and have all these little kid stuff all around the house, You got to reduce it. Looks cute there for a little bit. Then get rid of it,
Why does
Only
it look
so
like
much
the
Hello
Neverland
Kitty
Ranch?
or something you can have, yeah. Neverland
Tell her
Ranch,
that.
yes.
There's only so much Hello Kitty you can have.
You got to limit it. Like, I didn't realize it, and then everyone was giving me all this stuff, and I thought it was so cute. And then they were doing an interview on my house, and the real estate agent looked at me, and she asked if I was molested, and I was like, oh, wow, and it never crossed my mind. I was like, get rid of this now, and I, like, started giving all these toys to my friend's kids.
Jesus.
Like, they're just here because I have a big house, and they're just, like, kind of taking space up that didn't necessarily mean
You're like,
anything.
it's pretty and shiny and cute. It's got a bow.
Like, it's
Yay!
cute, it's fun. It was free. It was a gift. So who
Right.
cares? Or impulse, like, oh, I need it. Yeah. So I was like, oh wow, that's what people think. I didn't realize that.
That never
She's like,
crossed
"You're
my mind."
You're like a big adult in this adult world and all these strip clubs, and you're living in this little kid world protected by all these little things and toys. And I was like, you're really looking way too into this.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I didn't think anything of it. I was like, it's cute, and I have money, and I can buy whatever I wanted that maybe I couldn't buy when I was a kid. So that's it.
Right. Did she have a PhD
Most
in
dates are the
psychology
same
or
way.
something? Or
No,
was
she was
just-
a matchmaker who was on TV, and then she actually doesn't do that anymore that I'm aware of. So, because it was shady, and she was paying people to pretend to be dates for other guys and taking advantage of them.
So she was like a madame, but like,
Yeah, they weren't really.
right.
Yeah, they weren't really high rates or anything. So
Oh.
maybe like the guys were leaving, and then you just go out to eat with them, and then like trick them into renewing their dating span for 6 more months or something
Sounds
because
like
they think they have a
Ponzi
chance.
Scheme, like a dating Ponzi
It
scheme.
was scammy.
Oh,
So don't trust that stuff, honestly. I guess look for random stranger on the internet. That's where you can find love.
No. No, we went over this.
Or the
Damn
bars.
it. No strip clubs, no bars, no jails, no prisons. No.
I
Damn
know
it.
where to find them.
God. Go to the library.
The library and look for med. I'll end up
Wegmans.
finding the one guy who actually can't afford a computer or something. That's why he's at the library trying to print out stuff.
Oh, God.
Or like homeless. Like, I don't
Wegmans.
have a phone line or something.
Pittsford Wegmans.
Pittsburgh Wegmans.
That's where
yeah.
your Fridays and Saturday nights should be now if you are not working. Pittsford Wegmans.
All right. That might
That-
be an idea.
That's an
I
idea.
tried
right
going
there.
to JoJo's, but it seemed to be like it was like where
JoJo's?
old men look for like, escorts or women.
Good
In the
God.
Pittsburgh pub. I was like, all right, this is where you go if you're a cougar looking for a man or a hot young girl looking for a guy.
Oh, man.
I'm getting around. I'm slowly discovering the area. Too much fun.
Wegmans, bro. Wegmans.
Wegmans.
That's where you got to be.
Go all shopping.
You can find cold pans there. Cold ones. Go for the cold pans.
So I'm excited. I'm going to be with Stormy Daniels December 14th and 15th in Deja Vu, Tampa.
That's awesome.
And lots of exciting things coming. And I'm actually popping around the clubs. I mean, it is Christmas time, so why not make extra money?
Yeah, for sure. You got to get me some MAGA stuff signed.
Yeah.
That's got.
Yeah,
oh my
we'll find
God.
it and I'll bring it down because I'm going to be sharing a room with her. So.
I'll give it to my kid for his 21st birthday.
Yes. You're like, oh, yeah. It'll be worth money by then, probably.
Oh, yeah,
so.
for sure.
Smart. Lots of changes. Popping back into the Hill. I will be there tomorrow, Friday night from 8, let's say 9 till 2. I don't want everyone running in case I'm 15 minutes late and make me look bad. Because
Listen, she's gonna be late. Let's expect this. It's just what it is.
No, I'm
she's
doing
gonna be
better
late.
now because the one DJ had this big issue with it, and I was like, he treated me like I was Satan, and I was like, my God, I'm sorry, I'm late. I have all these companies and stuff going on, and when I come here, I work and I do my job. So why do you hate me so much when I over tip you? I tip really nice, so I never in all clubs I never had an issue because I'm those people. I do my job, I get in and out, and I leave. And I tip well, and I make the club money.
Right.
So this guy just fixated. And I was like, all right, okay.
What's really up?
I'm like, I could override you. I could embarrass you. I could make you stupid. But in all reality, is that then you're going to hate me and play games and maybe knock down my music, try to skip my sets, toy with me. And I just don't feel like embarking on that journey.
Right. Well, at least you were smart enough to know that.
I just don't. I know it as an owner and as a manager for years. I'm like, I just don't need
That's
it.
a smart way to attack
and
it.
I know
yeah,
how
sure.
he'll act, and it's not worth the hassle.
So
I'm like, I just won't work on your shift.
So you're only 15 minutes late now.
Yeah, I just don't work on a
15
shift.
to 20.
I skip that shift. I work with other people.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I'm like, I know what I'm not the best at. And
Right.
I work with people who understand my flaws. And
Absolutely.
that's it. That's how you succeed in life. So
I agree with that.
I'm busy.
co-sign
I'm
the hell out of
opening
that.
walk-in clinics. I'm doing all this stuff. I'm expanding the bridge. I'm helping stop dope sickness. I'm in all these magazines. I'm in movies. I'm on TV. Like, come on. Is my priority going to hump some guy's package? No, it's not. I mean, that might be the money and it might be fun because I'm like enjoying myself and it's a good time. But I mean, that is not the priority of my life.
If you don't love what you do, then you don't work a day in your life. How does that go? You love what you do, so you don't
love
work.
it. It's
right?
not work. I mean, literally, it's simulated sex. And if they're not creepy and gross, how can you hate your job?
I love lamp. Jeez.
It's just so much fun. But
Good for you, Katrina. You found something you like doing, or many things you like
Right?
doing.
Many things. So lots of things. There is a movie that my friend, we'll start first. My friend Martin, who's been on our show, he was in The Purge with me, and we're in the Lifetime movie. A bunch of stuff. We were doing the Cigar Club for HBO, Lifetime
Cigar
movie. It was
Club.
Scared Straight. And Martin, and he is on Law and Order. It was on today at 10 o'clock. I missed it. I
Awesome.
DVR'd it. He's a lawyer. He flew out to New York City. The thing is that you can get all these movie roles and TV stuff, but you have to be ready to just get up on the spot and go. And that's hard.
Right.
So he's that guy, they give him like 2 hours notice and gets a flight and like goes out to New York City.
That's
I'm
dope,
like,
though.
I can't do that. It doesn't
Good for
really
you,
work
Martin. You
for
get that
me,
hustle
but
on.
It was amazing that he did it. And then Traz Johnson,
What up? What up?
who is Peter Johnson, and he teaches at Buff State, has a theater class, and it's from 1 o'clock till 3 at Buff State on Saturday. And he teaches you if you want to get into movies, all the tricks and IMDb pages and all that stuff. And he's got a movie premiere that's going to be at the Aurora Theater in East Aurora, which is my hometown, and where my parents are, and it's Hope for Christmas. And it's a Pastor Greg reboot, and that's free. And it's 11 o'clock, and I will actually be there supporting him and my friends who are in it.
Awesome.
And it's like 2 minutes away.
East Aurora in the
good family,
house.
like good thing, and all these people think like Fiddlers is so cool. It's a 5 and dime store. They kept it very like
Fiddlers?
old school. Yeah.
I've never heard of that.
Oh, it's on TV. Like all these people know about it. So
Fiddlers.
it's like literally like a 5 and dime store is vintage. It's so cute. And East Aurora is like home of Fisher Price.
Really?
The Toy Museum, they light up the whole town. It's this cute.
I
It's
didn't know
Pittsford.
about that.
East Aurora is Pittsford,
Okay.
but smaller and cuter and more known. So he's going
That
to be
sounds
there.
fun.
And yeah, that's your way to get in. So it's a good time.
Sounds like a great
Interesting
time.
movies, but I think it's a good time for a song break. And then we do the wrap up, and it's just what's going to happen next week. So
Word.
lots of exciting things. I have a feature who we're going to have on, and Miss Ruby Sparkles is going to be on the first week of December and talk about her Christmas show.
I went to high school with her.
Yeah.
High school or
I used to
middle
work
school, I
her.
think.
Well, I first met her when I was at the Classic, and she came up to me as my ex. She goes, "Oh, have fun, go F like rabbits." I'll never forget it. But song break, and then boom, we'll wrap up the night, and
Cool.
everyone drive safe and be warm. I'm really up to like no good. I'm like,
are you
going
gonna dye your socks with Jolly Ranchers?
I might.
Will you please?
I
Can
already
that be
started
one of our
Christmas
crafts?
decorating. I already started. I'm all about it. So
We need to do like a craft night.
we're
like
gonna
prison
do it.
crafts and cooking.
We will
That
do it
sounds
right in the show.
fantastic.
We'll have a
Yes.
special prison thing. We'll let some inmates. We'll all wear oranges and sit here. We'll get Todd in. We'll ask him to come help us out, and we'll do this. So
I'm with it, man.
as I'm fighting the opioid epidemic and making a difference, we'll do some comical stuff too.
Bring Christmas
Gotta
to
enjoy
convicts.
it.
Hell
Christmas
yeah.
to convicts.
With it.
Lots of charity things. So everyone be nice and give some love. Spread the love.
And if you can't give
don't spread
stuff,
your legs, spread the love.
just
Donate.
smile. Don't listen to her. Just smile. Be nice to people, okay?
He's like, smile. What way should you smile?
I don't trust your smile, Katrina.
I know.
I
I'm not
don't.
good
There's
today.
the devil
I went
hiding
from the ride
behind
from
you.
hell, and I was sleeping because I was so tired. And I'm like, oh, I made it here. Now I'm like, I'm wide awake and ready to go have fun. But everything's shutting down.
Being in the bar so long, every time I smell Red Bull, I think of vodka. Like I feel like I smell vodka too.
It probably is. It just oozes out of my skin,
coming out
after
of your
years
pores.
of using the alcohol. So, I mean, gummy. But we want to thank you everyone for tuning in, and we will be on next week and lots more changes. So I'm excited.
Have a good
Any
night.
other news?
No, that's it. Have a good night.
All right,
Drive
thank you.
safe
Good
out
night.
there.
Be smart, everyone.